Just visualize this. You're deep in the Amazon rainforest, not the company, the real one. The jungle is thick, humid, buzzing with unseen creatures. Every direction looks the same. You've got three options. Option 1, stay put. Hope someone finds you, play it safe. Option 2, follow a path that looks easy, but it might just circle you back to danger. Option 3, take the less certain path. The one filled with risk, sweat, and possible failure, but also the only path that might actually lead you out. Which one do you choose? This isn't just a survival test in the jungle. It's the exact survival test of life. And it's the same choice Jeff Bezos faced when he walked into his boss's office in New York City and said, "I'm going to leave my secure, high-paying job to sell books on the internet." His boss, a brilliant man he deeply admired, listened carefully. After a long walk in Central Park, the boss said, "That's a really good idea for someone who doesn't already have a good job." And there it was, the jungle of decision, the fork in the road. Do you cling to safety, or do you step into the unknown, with only your vision as a machete to cut through the vines of doubt? Before we dive deeper into this powerful eye-opener, take a moment to support the channel. Hit that like button and make sure you subscribe for more life-changing lessons, inspiring stories, and thought-provoking ideas. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a moment that could shift your perspective forever. Now that you've done that, let's jump right in. The jungle of choices. Jeff Bezos calls this the regret-minimization framework. He asked himself, "When I'm 80 years old, will I regret leaving Wall Street to chase this crazy internet bookstore idea? Or will I regret never trying at all?" Think about that for a moment. When you're 80, sitting in your rocking chair, sipping tea, will you regret the risks you took that failed, or the chances you never even attempted? Most of us live as if we'll get unlimited retries. But in truth, every day is a one-way ticket. Bezos decided he would rather fail boldly than look back with the bitter taste of what if still on his tongue. And that's the first survival lesson. Regret is heavier than failure. Garage dreams. Now picture this. You meet a young man who tells you, "I'm starting a company in my garage. I'll sell books online. People will order from a screen, and I'll ship them myself. And one day, I'll be the richest man in the world." Would you laugh? Most people did. Even one of his early potential investors scoffed. At the time, the very idea of making $100 billion was so absurd it sounded like science fiction. Entire countries didn't have national debts that high. But Jeff wasn't joking. He wasn't even bluffing. He was dead serious. And that seriousness turned into Amazon. The difference between the scoffers and Bezos was simple. They laughed at the jungle. He prepared to survive it. Calling versus career versus Job. Bezos once said, "You can have a job or a career or a calling. A job pays the bills. A career builds your resume. A calling builds your soul." The jackpot of life is to find that calling. The thing you'd still do even if no one was paying you. The thing that lights your brain on fire with curiosity. For Jeff, it was invention. From childhood, he was building gadgets, an automatic gate closer from old tires, a solar cooker out of foil, and an umbrella. It didn't work well, but hey, he tried. Alarms to trap his siblings, probably his first attempt at Amazon's security systems. He wasn't chasing fads. He was following curiosity, and curiosity is the compass that points to calling. The next is, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Here's another survival rule. Bezos loves, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. In the jungle, if you panic, you die. If you rush without thought, you get bitten by the unseen snake. But if you move deliberately, step by step, you can cover more ground than the person sprinting blindly. That's how Amazon grew. It wasn't about flashy explosions. It was about steady, relentless progress. Smooth, calculated, persistent. Think of it this way. Most people want to microwave success. Bezos built it in a slow cooker. Gifts versus choices. Here's where the wisdom gets deeper. Bezos says, don't be proud of your gifts. Be proud of your choices. Why? because your gifts were handed to you. Maybe you're naturally good at math. Maybe you're tall. Maybe you have a perfect voice. Those are accidents of birth, but what you choose to do with them, that's who you really are. If you're gifted in math, the real pride isn't in being naturally quick with numbers. It's in choosing to grind through difficult problems when your brain feels like it's melting. That's the choice. That's the sweat. That's the survival. And survival isn't about what you're born with. It's about the choices you make in the wild. Life of ease versus life of adventure. Now let's go back to the jungle. You've built a fire. You can sit by it comfortably, eat the little food you have, and hope for rescue. That's ease. Or you can pick up a stick, sharpen it into a spear, and march into the unknown hunting for food, water, and a way out. That's adventure. Bezos says, you can choose a life of ease and comfort, or a life of service and adventure. When you're 80, which one will you be proud of? Think about it. Ease feels good today. Adventure feels good forever. The survival questions of life. Bezos turns life into a series of choices. Survival questions. Let me ask you the same way he frames it. Will you follow inertia, or will you follow your passion? Will you obey dogma, or be original? Will you hide from criticism, or follow conviction? When you're wrong, will you bluff, or apologize? When love calls, will you guard your heart, or take the leap? When things get tough, will you quit, or be relentless? Will you be clever at the expense of others, or be kind? These aren't just questions, they're survival checkpoints. Every decision is a machete swing in the jungle of life. And before we go further, pause for a second. Those survival questions aren't just for Jeff Bezos, they're for you, right now. So let me ask you, will you be the person who listens, nods, and moves on like nothing happened? Or will you be the one who acts, who chooses, who takes the machete and starts carving a new path? If this hit you deep, if it made you reflect on your own choices, don't just keep it inside. Hit that like button. Let this moment be the marker that you chose growth over comfort. Subscribe now, because every new lesson we uncover here could be the one that saves you from regret years down the line. And tell me in the comments, which choice will you make today? I'll be watching, and I'll heart the ones that come straight from the heart. Because this isn't just a video, this is your survival test, and your answer begins with the choice you make right now. The next is the builder's mentality. Every time you create something that empowers others, you're surviving at a higher level. That's what Bezos calls being a builder. The cynic tears down. The builder constructs. The cynic complains. The builder innovates. The cynic predicts doom. The builder designs the future. Amazon wasn't about selling books. It was about building infrastructure, tools, and systems that empower millions of other creators, entrepreneurs, and dreamers. And here's the secret. You don't need a garage and billions of dollars to be a builder. You just need to stop tearing down and start creating. Why right now is the best time to be alive? If Jules Verne, Galileo, Newton, or Mark Twain could choose any time to be alive, Bezos says they would choose right now. Why? Because the level of change, invention, and possibility is unlike any other period in history. The jungle has never been more dangerous, but also never more full of hidden treasures. The question is simple. Will you survive it or waste it? Your life, the jungle you author. So here's the final survival test. Your life begins right now. Blank page, pen in hand. You're the author. Will inertia be your guide? Or will passion lead you? Will you live for comfort or for service and adventure? Will you play it safe? Or will you be swashbuckling when it matters most? Will you give up, or will you be relentless? Because at the end, when you're 80 years old, you'll look back at the jungle you walked through. You won't count the gifts you were given. You'll count the choices you made. And just like Jeff Bezos, you'll realize the jungle didn't defeat you. It shaped you. At the end of the day, Jeff Bezos didn't just survive the jungle of uncertainty, he conquered it. He proved that the greatest danger isn't failure, it's regret. And that's the same danger you face right now. Because your jungle may not be Wall Street or a garage full of books, but it is just as real. Every choice you make is carving a path toward comfort and regret, or toward adventure and meaning. And when you're 80 years old, sitting with the story of your life in your hands, the question will haunt you: did I play it safe, or did I live fully? Did I waste the jungle, or did I conquer it? Now here's the urgent truth. This moment right now is one of those choices. You can scroll away, forget this video, and go back to life as usual. Or you can take a small but defining step, a declaration that you are choosing growth, choosing wisdom, choosing adventure. So here's what I want you to do. Hit that like button if this message sparked something inside you. Don't wait, because if you wait, you'll forget. Subscribe right now, because the next video may just hold the lesson you need for the next fork in your jungle. Don't risk missing it. And tell me in the comments, what choice are you making today? I'll read every single one, and if it comes from the heart, I'll give it a heart, because maybe this video isn't just a story about Bezos. Maybe it's the universe handing you a machete and whispering, it's time to cut your own path. The jungle won't wait, the clock won't stop, and regret won't forgive. So the question is, are you brave enough to choose adventure right now? Thank you for watching. We appreciate you.